Hello and welcome! I'm Piano and you're watching Metroid Prime Beyond the Blizzard. That's what it feels like. Ooh, we're at 53% scans, huh? That means we can check the gallery again. Yeah, let's see. I think these are all 25%. But this looks new. The memory fruit. That room that Mackenzie camps out in. Models of the psychic platform. More psychic stuff in Chrono Tower. Volt Forge. More Volt Forge. Active and inactive, I presume. Stormy. The test track. This is definitely more Volt Forge, but I'm not sure exactly where. Oh wait, no, it's Zelios. That's what it is. And cutscene review, okay. Alright, let us return. So we started on the Ice Belt Labs, and we're probably going to be doing more of that today because I'm still not actually sure how to get back out of them. I'm feeling like we might not get out until the power is back on, which is our current goal.
You'll need to get that generator back online, Samus.
Yeah, thanks.
You'll find it down in the lower levels of this facility.
Oh, hello. This window busted? Yep, okay. What, I'm sorry, is that impact not strong enough for you? Heh. Anyway, this security gate is also not working, so, like... Oh, this one is open. And this might lead us to some of the others. Test capsule with temperature control function. Contains samples of a poisonous liquid. Contains a body tissue sample. Contains a TK code. Alright, so this was worth our time, huh? Okay, 1 of 4 this time. Yeah, it looked like the thing was missing 4 nodes. Contains a blood sample. Contains a prototype medicine. I feel like this medbay would be useful, except it's all probably, like, Lamorn medtech, not really suitable for humans. Okay, more mini-tanks. Goodbye. Ow. Thank you. Alright. What have we got? This room looks important, so I guess this is the first one we're pulling off. Yoink. Research sample storage capsule. Liquid appears to be a sedative variant. Oh, more lore. Day 81, Awakening. The subject is in hibernation in the cryopod, and its metabolism is at minimum levels. Unfortunately, we are unable to perform the experiments we'd like with the subject in this state. If the subject's metabolic function is inactive, a reversal of its rapid cellular proliferation cannot occur. First, we must wake the subject and restore its normal metabolic function. This also means restoration of consciousness, so appropriate sedation will be crucial. You want to wake it up just to put it to sleep again? Transport cart has clamps for fastening containers and specialized omni wheels for improved maneuvering. Okay. Got more cryopods here. Recovery pod, used to place specimens in stasis and heal damage to their internal organs. Griever enclosed after an experimental Lamorn restoration procedure. Okay, is this bit scannable? No? Weird, it looks like it should be. Pod now in low power mode. Specimen Griever is alive and preserved. Pod glass destroyed. Cell culture and preservation liquid has leaked. Life signs of the Specimen Griever have ceased. All readings from Specimen Griever read normal. Specimen Griever's metabolism currently at minimum. What are these? Monitor in standby when... No, wait, I know what you are. You're mini tanks. When low power mode is active. Yeah, there's the maintenance tank hatch. So what was the point of coming all this way, then? Security gate sealed. Releasing the lock unit attached to the rear side will allow it to open. A window shutter used for ventilation. The slats are damaged. The strong shock will destroy them. Whee! Yeah, okay, you are just light maintenance tanks. Easy to toss around the room. Contains a blood sample. Day 97, Analysis. We are monitoring subjects who have had green energy administered here. Regardless of green energy concentration, there do not appear to be any significant differences. We see regeneration without an apparent mutation to alter the cells. Furthermore, no matter how deep our analysis, we have yet to see any apparent chromosome abnormalities. It is almost as if they are natural creatures. Put another way, if we were to judge based on DNA, there are no significant differences between them and us. What is going on? Good question. Recovery Pod Management Terminal tracks the state of the contained specimen and sends data to a remote database. Operates normally in low power mode. Okay. Wait, something's up with this monitor. Hope they didn't need that. Surveillance monitor containing a TK code. Really hope they didn't need that then. These remind me of, like, the boss keys from Skyward Sword, just less annoying because it's not motion controlled and I don't have to twist my arm into, like, a weird place to, figure them out. Its power has been cut, disabling the display. Okay, there we go. Why is this one targetable now? Isn't this one supposed to be dead? Well, I did something. No life signs detected. Cryopod cell culture and preservation liquid have leaked. Analysis implies extended neglect led to the specimen's death. Okay. Funny music is making me nervous. Anyway, what's over at the purple lab? Specimen thawing station quickly and safely resuscitates frozen specimens without returning them to consciousness. Breakthrough, day 117. We may have had a breakthrough today. Until now, we presumed that the physical transformation was triggered by something in the crystals causing compositional change in the green energy, which would in turn cause an abnormality in gene transcription. Yet that is not the case. In actuality, an unused region of the brain linked with the crystals is stimulated, and as a result, genes that would normally have stayed pseudogenes were transcribed. I now wonder, are we unlocking a blocked evolutionary branch? This would mean the great tragedy was merely one possible evolution of one potential future. So with that in mind, what would happen if, when administering green energy, we disabled those genes at the moment the rapid cellular proliferation is triggered? There should be sufficient value in attempting this to justify altering the Balsali system programming. Huh. Wonder how that turned out for them. Used for extracting DNA for experimentation. Unused DNA sample storage case. Used for specimen transport. Can be reconfigured to work as an operating table. The mat is made of a hardened gel material. Thank you. Ventilation shaft fitted with a security cap. The cap must be removed with physical force. A ventilation fan is active inside. Goodbye. This doesn't look like a very active fan. But it did get us another missile expansion, so it was worth it. Oh, there's the active fan. Okay, okay. Alright, hit me with... Hello? Balsali system, primarily used to perform experimental autopsies. Online, activation will set it to operating mode. Its two wheeled sizes reduce resistance, allowing for easy and smooth rotation, currently configured to function as an operating table. storage shutter, it appears to have stopped mid-activation. Alright. Uses a gravity tuning device inside the padding to stabilize specimens without the need for restraints. Am I sure I should be operating this? Access code approved. Autopsy systems activated. Storage mode disabled. Operating mode initialized. Are we gonna put Samus on the operating table? Active Mouse Ally system containing a TK code. I was thinking I might need to be closer for this one, but actually I think I can do it from this range. Yeah, I'll get closer. Goes much smoother when you can see it clearly. Its ultra-high performance multiprocessor and 145 installed surgical tools accommodate many types of complex surgery, not just autopsies. Hey, operate on this. Why is the music going ominous again? Okay, so the last code must be this way then. Open up. More lore! Day 138. Attempt. We were so close! It seems like we had succeeded in disabling the problematic genes and also resetting the cells, causing the rapid proliferation process to replicate normal genetic information and restore their state. However, for some reason we were unable to stabilize it. The subjects reverted. Right now, I want to check over the genetic analysis to see if there were any problems in our process. I do not want this setback to have been for nothing. What's this? Part of the cryopod rail system. The column secures and releases pods for distribution. It's linked to the loading platform. This loading platform? Yes. Alright. I'm waiting for the moment that everything falls apart and we're gonna have to, like, fight our way through. That might not come until we actually get the power back on, though. Cryopod, equipped with life preservation systems, able to keep specimens dormant semi-permanently, switches to an internal battery if disconnected from power. More data. Day 205, limit. Since the lab experiments began, several subjects have been brought in each day. The lab is close to capacity, and tragically, countless brethren have lost their lives while securing these subjects. I think we should stop gathering subjects, if only because our restoration experiments have thus far been unsuccessful. Well, what do you know? You're just a scientist. Yoink. Oh, mini tanks. Get rolled around, fools. Ominous music once again. Ice has thickened over time. It can be, you know what to do here. Storage Bay Cryopod Terminal opens the hatch of a socketed cryopod online. Okay. Hit it. Completely frozen due to the drop in the laboratory's temperature. No life signs detected. I'm betting one of these will have the TK code. Yep. Called it. Reveal to me your secrets. Okay, that's all four. Battery depletion led to specimen's death. The drop in room temperature caused it to freeze afterward. Bulk cryopod storage. All pods functioning normally while in low power mode. What's in this one, then? Battery depletion ultimately led to specimen's death. It is frozen completely. Okay. Anything else of note in this room? Nah. Place is a wreck. But it's a wreck that we now have the code for. So let's get out of here. Go back to the Sav station. And time check. $23. Let's keep going. Alright. It is complete. Now, we just make the funny symbol. There. Tell me more of your story. Day 214, Resignation. Our resources are running very low, and we are almost out of the chemicals needed for research and experiments. At the same time, progress remains at a standstill. Naturally, there is a rising sense of panic and resignation. We cannot hope for more chemicals to arrive, and if we use up what we have before the experiment succeeds. No, even if it succeeds, and with what we have left, and we are losing researchers, everyone is likely thinking the same thing. So things haven't fallen apart.
Looks like you made it through another floor.
Uh-huh.
You're getting closer to the generator.
Cool. Anyway, it looks like they haven't fallen apart yet, but they're about to. Security storage contains vital medicines and experimentation equipment. Door sensor offline. Laboratory heavy door comprises 5 parts with a sensor in its center. It is much stronger than standard doors. Fancier opening, too. Okay, we got more ice crawlers. Oh hey, I bet I can finally see what these funny spiral things are. Lightweight vertical wind turbines made to withstand the valley's severe winds. When the facility is in low power mode, wind power fulfills all energy needs. Okay. Well, probably not for much longer, but we'll see. Shriek bats! Ugh. Irritating things. Alright. What are we? Where are we? Ice Canyon. Okay. I guess we're gonna have to cross this to, like, get to the generator. Yeah, okay. And there's the save station in the Deep Archive. That will probably be where we end for today. Blue Krauk, Chiroptera variant that flies using their potassium wings. The leader guides their colony by emitting sound waves from their antenna. It's adapted to frigid climates. By flapping the wing-like membrane formed by their front legs as they glide, they are able to fly freely. To conserve stamina, they undulate their bodies to reduce air resistance, which allows them to fly for longer periods of time. Their legs have degenerated, meaning they are unable to land or stand up. Once they take flight, they will continue to fly for as long as they are able, even sleeping while in flight by resting half of their brain at a time. They habitually form groups of around 20, including a leader who heads the group and directs the others using sounds from their antenna. They rely entirely on these sound waves, and should an obstacle suddenly appear in their path, and if the leader fails to make large enough movements to instruct the others to avoid it, they will simply collide with that obstacle. Why do I feel like I'm about to be that obstacle? Cargo gondola lift, used for transporting cargo and research staff over the valleys below. Reinforced cables proof it against strong winds, currently offline. And do I wish I had screw attack right about now. But since I don't, I guess I'm gonna have to find an alternate path. Maybe walking across those big chains? Wind chill. Well, that was a little bit harrowing. Energy tank over there, I think. But, well, I can reach it if I, like, scan those psychic platforms. I think these are psychic platforms. They look like psychic platforms. They're not. Psychic grapple point. Connection point for the psychic grapple. Swinging back and forth from it can generate momentum for point-to-point traversal. They are fixed anchors of concentrated psychic energy for use of the psychic grapple and function similarly to standard grapple points. Before they can be used, they must first be materialized. However, without a psychic grapple, they cannot be used. They're often arrayed across large gaps, requiring users to swing back and forth to generate the momentum for point-to-point traversal. Yeah, okay, I have Psychic Lasso, but I don't have Psychic Swing, it seems like. Shame. I could really use that energy tank. Maybe we'll get it soon. Maybe I need to move. Yes, I definitely need to move. Wind chill. Meh. Ah! Okay. I'm okay? Am I okay? I don't feel okay. This anchor chain joiner connecting the wind turbine to the rock wall is damaged. The strong shock will break it. I meant to do that. Okay, wait for the wind to die down first. Wait for Samus to stop putting her hand in front of your face. There. No time to scan, gotta just break it right now. Well, here, what am I getting back? Guess we don't need to worry about that right now. Ow. Ice covers the damaged section of a laboratory heavy door. The ice can be melted using high heat. A circuitry malfunction has rendered the door itself inoperable. This place really is just a wreck, huh? No! 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 No shriek bats, thank you very much. Day 289, records. There's a little more we can do. Every experiment has ended in failure and the results remain unchanged. If we put the facility into low power mode, it should remain intact for as long as there are maintenance tanks to look after it. We can leave behind our records, but will anyone ever see them? And if so, will they succeed where we could not? No, this is not the time for doubt. We must do everything we can. Alright, so where are we? Deep Archive, okay. And then, yeah, there's a Sav station right over there. So that's probably where we're gonna end it for today, and I have no clue how I'm gonna get back up. What are these? Data Archive Cluster 01, Cryogenic and Bioform Studies, Containment Unit Research and Development. Data Archive Cluster 02, Captured Specimen Identification and Medical Records. Data Archive Cluster 03, Treatment Examination 001 through 43, Y460, 410, Y460, 412. Data Archive Cluster 04, Psychic Experimentation and Genetic Transformation Research and Development. Bomb slot is linked with the Data Archive terminal and the conduit access hatch, currently offline. Data Archive Cluster 05, video log backups of experimentation and treatment. Transport tube, currently offline. That's an electric clock, yeah. Alright. Sometimes you just need explosions. Anyway, I think that's definitely going to be it for today, and tomorrow we reactivate the power and maybe everything falls apart. We'll see. But until then.